shadows and brilliant highlights. Well, it's quite the same with that, like Greatest Love Songs Volume 666. There was like love and then 666. Raised Bay Romance, that was romance and then the Raised Bay. Now it's like shadows and the highlights. You know, it's always been the yin and yang thing in the album titles anyway. It was a funny name.
Hopefully there's like a... It's not like there will be like deep shadow songs and brilliant highlight songs. Like hopefully there's two things that are, you know, present in every song. So therefore I don't think it's that, you know, it has ballads and that's the, or whatever. Deep shadows or brilliant highlights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like basically the goal to have both of those things in each and every song. You know, rather than having a shadow song and a highlight song. You know, rather than trying to incorporate both of those things, that there would be some shades in there everywhere, and then the more light-hearted things as well. Oh, fascinating. It's just that really we just finished the album. It's really hard, and we've been working on this for such a long time without we don't really have the distance yet to kind of like objectively listen to it. So I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it just happened this time.
Well, there was a shorter period of time between Raised Bay and this album than between the first album and Raised Bay.
That's true as well. That's true as well. I kind of wanted to be a bit more straightforward, like straight to the point. This is what we tried to do, but I don't know whether we made it or not. But listen to more rock music than harder music or whatever, you know.
I think it's the groove matters, maybe.
It's funky.
It's funky. It's not so like Billy Idol type of 80s. 80s. And so I think it's more. There's more ambience. I think it's more. It's moodier in a way. At least that's what I remember.
But it's a bit warmer, not so cold. Raised Bay, at times it was a bit colder record.
Yeah, like
A bit like, I don't know, well, cold is probably the best word I can find to describe what I mean. It was a bit warmer, a bit more gentle, somehow. Raised Bay, Kiss and I Love You, they were once. I Love You is pretty cold. Way it was produced and way it happened, so really like that didn't go with the flow. Not enough dynamics on the album. And that's one thing that which I like about new stuff, that they can be easygoing parts in hard songs. So it's not just kind of like a rock song playing a ballad, or like a really hard rocker and then like medium rocker or whatever. We'd rather try to have all of those emotions in one track, you know. Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice, that's nice. Well, I want to sound like a drunken sailor. It's like a Nick Cave drunk.
Oh, a bit, yes.
Yeah, so it just happened. That's the Doors, the first time. Oh, that's nice. We haven't been listening to that much Doors, remember. But there's plenty of different kinds of things, you know, going on. There's like we weren't that strict on, also like we just went with the flow. You know, whatever ideas came into our minds, you know, we didn't want to lose the essence of the song, but basically the song was so simple that we had like the space to fool around a bit, to do some weirdness on a couple of songs and have a couple of songs a bit more straightforward and just like play around with the stuff. Well, it depends what we shoot. I kind of find it as dark, the new stuff as well. It's just about, you know, well, like for me, for example, like Neil Young's Needle and the Damage Done is a lot more gothic than the Merry Thoughts, Chant Down Babylon, or whatever. Chant was the song called. Anyway, you know, It's not about that, it's about mood, creating the mood. It's not about having drum machines or having that 80s kind of guitar sound or singing really low. You know, that doesn't, for me, that doesn't make the music dark or non-dark. They're just like elements usually in that genre of music, but there's different kinds of dark things going on in there. For me, it's emotionally a lot more deeper, the new stuff. It's not so vain. It's more. Well, it's hard to say basically, but it's hard to talk about these things specifically. But I find like Close to the Flame being really moody, like a fucked up Christmas song. Yeah, well, I mean, to a certain extent, you know, there was a lot more like lyrically, for example, there was a lot more playing around with like the gothic elements on Razorblade Romance, but that was done on purpose. That was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff, using different kind of like different symbolism. But it's hard, I can't remember what's on that album. It's a lot more Catholic Razorblade Romance. There's a lot more free thinking. It's not so restricted to certain kind of symbolism. But the first album was a bit different lyrically. Just a bit different. The first one was a bit more psychedelic, not so definitive, and the second one was really up close, kind of like personal, but with tongue-in-cheek. And this is a lot more warm and open for my ears, for interpretation and stuff like that. It's open, it's not restricted because of some kind of symbolism to a certain genre. I want to make it a bit more open. So not so many deaths and not so many like sins and not so many heavens and not so many resurrections, not so many religious terms. It was done on purpose. I didn't want to do it again because it was fairly well done on Razorblade. I enjoyed it then, but it has to change a bit, you know. Try to develop yourself to do. You know, there's no reason to do, you know, Garden of Sin #2 or whatever, you know. Melancholic person. Yeah, every Finnish males and females are melancholic to a certain extent, yeah. For sure. Yes, well, it's just a bit more open-minded, hopefully. Hopefully that's been changing. That's been changing in music as well. It's a bit more open-minded. It's a bit more truthful. There's not so many masks. If people don't like it, you know, then we can't do anything about it, but I feel pretty comfortable in what we're doing at the moment. I like them, but there's, you know, there's not a reason to... More like incorporating, like the American pops nonsense into Finnish melancholy tradition of poetry. That was what we tried to do. You know, there's like stupid things, clearly stupid things, but in the context they work. That's what we tried to do. There's kind of a couple of good things in colour. So like how should I put it?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't been listening, okay.
Oh, yeah, you can put it that way. I wasn't like totally following.
It's like, you know, AC/DC doing Charles Baudelaire. Those kind
It's
of
like
things.
using those cliches, but in different spots than the Americans. Not to use them. So everybody has opinion about, you know, if you ever, for example, you say heartache every moment, everybody's got opinion about heartache. You know, that it's like a cliche type of thing to say, but if you put it in a different context, a different place, which you might have been
again, we sound like Spinal Tap.
Yeah, you might have explained it already because I was in my own thoughts.